Hey, what's going on, chess people? Just selecting a game from our top scoring student in our weekly Swiss. I thought I would go over this game. That was a pretty good one. Let's get right into it. D4, D5, we get a Queen's Gambit, and black declines it with Knight F6. Now when we decline the Queen's Gambit with Knight F6, it allows for us to take, and then after the knight recaptures, we get a strong E4, kicking that knight away, right? Now if that knight comes back, we can keep pushing, but in this game, we get exactly that. The knight comes out to B6, and white has a fairly strong center. It's looking good so far. This is playable for black, but if you don't know what you're doing with Queen B6, you can take some defensive resources away from where you need it. But let's see how we continue here. Knight F3, Bishop G4, pretty natural development, right? Bishop E3. So if takes and takes, this pawn doesn't drop. So good stuff by white. Natural development, E6, pretty solid. Trying to control the center best they can without a D pawn. And we see A3, very cautious play. Obviously trying to prevent this. Now knight to C3 could have been perfectly playable here, but we're not going to be too picky, right? Knight B to D7, and here we go, knight C3, natural development. And oh no, right? We got a blunder here. So, as you can see, both players haven't used too much time. But this knight is undefended. So white says, thank you very much, sir. Takes the knight, and we see some exchanges. Now white's got a space advantage. It's all up in black's business here, and well, it looks good for white, right? And after this bishop move here, we have a very natural E5, just grabbing more space, taking away that knight F6, that black would love to play, taking that square away from black. And after this piece moves here, after castles and knight back to B6, we see a pretty nice sequence. Now when this knight moves back, it leaves B7 open. So white takes, and now black says, all right, thank you for the piece. We can be almost even here, but white has a trap in mind because of Queen C6 check, regaining the piece. And after the king moves to F8, best move. Clearly you don't want to give up the rook. He takes the piece back. Excellent game so far by white. Let's see where it goes. Okay, black trying to get something going, attacking a weak pawn, but with B4, he's perfectly fine. We see the queen rerouting, but here comes white, right? I'll take that C7 pawn, sir. Thank you very much. I'll take that A7 pawn too. Thank you very much. And black's really trying to get something going here, but white is going to shut him down, and we get a nice sequence that simplifies this game completely. Because when you're up material, you want to trade pieces away. Trade pieces away, and you'll be up in the end game. So after black trades, white says, okay, I'm going to force a queen trade. Now this is very beneficial because look at these pawns. These are beautiful, beautiful passed pawns. They're going to become a queen someday, right? And black's only option is to tuck this king away on H7, connect these rooks, and just try to defend this onslaught here. So let's see how it works. We get a rook to the open file. It's good stuff, as discussed. King H7, very powerful rook on B7, controlling the 7th rank, just like my system says, right? Defends the pawn. Okay, here comes the A pawn, right? And try as black might, he's not going to be able to stop this pawn. White does an excellent job of making it impossible for black here. And this wonderful simplifying move here. Again, these guys are coming up. Look at this beautiful pawn chain. Only one rook, right? And now we actually see this d4 pawn's going to drop, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. White can't be stopped at this point. And this check helps because, you know, once you interpose, now he's defending his pawns, right? Desperation. Gotta get that rook behind a passed pawn. Seemingly try to get something going, right? But it's not going to be enough. And now we see black throws every page of the checkbook at white, but it's not going to matter. En passant. Takes on h5. Here's the last check of the game, and black says, you know what? I've had enough. I can't stop these pawns. What am I going to do? Because if here, for instance, there you go. Tough. Tough, tough, tough. Ouch. But excellent game by our top scoring student from this week's Swiss, Daddy Boy JJ. I believe he had 2 of 3 points, if I'm correct, for second place. Join us for some chess on Tuesdays, 7 p.m. Central Time. Yeah, cheers. Take care.